Paolo Banchero doesn't meet the expectations of your typical NBA rookie. He exceeds them. He is already on track to have a similar or even better than LeBron James. Even though there can be only one winner for the best rookie from this class, it's obvious that at least 15 to 20 players have the potential to have successful careers in this league moving forward. Let's now discuss the rankings. Number 5. Jaden Ivey, Detroit Pistons. Ivey has some of the best rookie class counting stats, but his efficiency has been a problem, which is why he isn't higher on the list. His efficiency stats have consistently dropped, possibly as a result of him taking on more responsibility after Cade Cunningham sustained a shin injury and was forced to miss the entire season. Ivey is nevertheless demonstrating why he was selected so high in the draft despite his low efficiency. Despite his small stature, Ivey isn't afraid to attack the paint. Although he lacks the above-the-rim athleticism of a Ja Morant, who will try to slam the ball every time he gets close, Ivey's quick first step and finishing speed enables him to get past just about any defender put in front of him, similar to this. He ranks first among rookies in drives per game, 11.2, and while his 43.3 finishing rate at the rim is on the low end of the spectrum, that's likely to go up over the course of his career as he gets stronger. Aside from his scoring, Ivey's also shown flashes of being a brilliant passer, something he's had to rely heavier on after Cunningham suffered a season-ending injury. He leads all rookies in assists per game, and at least once a game he's always pulling off passes like this. It's a shame we'll have to wait until next season to see Ivey paired with Cunningham, but the silver lining in this situation is that Ivey's been given ample opportunity to grow and learn from his mistakes in a rebuilding year for Detroit. Number 4. Keegan Murray, Sacramento Kings. Murray is the only guy on this list who is starting on a winning team, a huge feat for any rookie in this league. There was some contention when the Kings selected Murray over Ivey, who many expected them to take with the number 4 overall pick. But while Sacramento has rightfully received criticism for its draft selection in the past, I don't think it's warranted here. The Kings drafted for need, not for the best player available, and while the ruling is still out on who will have the better career between Murray and Ivey, I'd say the fit with Murray on the Kings has worked incredibly well. It just took 2 games for Mike Brown to insert the rookie into the starting lineup, and while there have been some consistency concerns for Murray now and then, those 7-point and 5-point games are coming fewer and further between as the season carries on. Unlike other guys on this list, Murray isn't the first or even second option on his team. Murray's the 5th option on a Kings team that has a surprising 20-16 record and sits 5th in a crowded Western Conference. But just because he isn't averaging 15 points a night doesn't mean what he's doing isn't impressive. Just as it takes a certain level of skill to be the number 1 option on a team, it takes skill to be the 5th starter and knock down shots when called upon, and Murray's doing just that. The best example came in a 23-point outing in a win against the Lakers in late December, where he knocked down 6 threes. The second time that month he's connected on 6 triples. Just look at the smoothness of his jumper and the consistent mechanics he has every time he pulls up from deep. At the midway mark of the season, Murray leads all rookies in 3-point attempts a game, 5.8, and 3-point percentages, 38.4%. He ranks in the 86th percentile amongst forwards in non-corner threes at 40% and generates 1.071 points per possession on spot-up jumpers. He spaces the floor for the Kings on offense and gives Sacramento size to defend on the perimeter. He's proof that just because you join a winning team doesn't mean you have to spend your rookie season at the end of the bench or in the G League. Number 3. Jalen Williams, Oklahoma City Thunder. I'll forgive you if you say that you haven't watched much of Williams' games this season, as the Thunder typically aren't at the top of anyone's watch list. If that's the case, you've been missing out on one of the best surprise rookies of the season. Williams isn't putting up gaudy numbers like his counterpart, but if you look up the word consistency in the dictionary, there would be a picture of Williams next to it. He's a versatile 6'6" guard with a ridiculous 7'2" wingspan, which comes in handy on both ends of the floor. He's the ideal player to put alongside all-star level talents like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Josh Giddey, capable of taking advantage of the massive amounts of defensive pressure both players command. He started the season coming off the bench, but has played himself into a starting spot over the past month. Over that span, he's averaging 13.8 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 3 assists, while shooting 53% from the field. His three-point shooting needs to improve, especially if the Thunder want optimal floor spacing, but his ability to attack angles when cutting to the rim like this. The threat he possesses on the open floor like this makes the poor three-point shooting a minor issue right now. Williams can fill whatever role the Thunder need, which isn't common for most rookies. He's not going to blow you away with his athleticism or speed, but he's going to make a team pay if they relax even just for a second on him. He has an arsenal of moves he can go to when he's getting downhill into the paint, which results in plays like this. Williams may not have the counting stats to win Rookie of the Year, but there's no doubt he's been amongst the most impressive in his class, something that I don't think anyone expected from him so early in his career. Number 2, Bennedict Mathurin, Indiana Pacers. Remember when I said a few paragraphs ago that a rookie is also in the running for 6th Man of the Year? Yeah, well, it's Mathurin, whose scoring off the bench for Indiana has been key in this team sitting at 6th in the East. No one could have predicted that A, the Pacers would be in contention for a top 6 seed in the East, and that B, a rookie would be in the conversation for 6th Man of the Year, but Mathurin is shattering all norms. The former Arizona product currently has the 4th best odds to win 6th Man of the Year, per Caesars Sportsbook, and leads the league in bench scoring. You could argue that he should be starting for the Pacers, something he's only done twice so far this season, but he's averaging starter minutes at 28.1 games, and he's punishing opposing teams in the second unit on a nightly basis. With the Pacers racking up wins right now, it makes sense to keep things the way they are, and it allows Mathurin to have the ball in his hands more to do stuff like this. Mathurin showed fearlessness when attacking the rim, where 40% of his shots come from, and it's paying off as he attempts 5.9 free throw shots per game. That's a high mark for a rookie, something that Mathurin's teammate Tyrese Halliburton didn't think would happen at the start of the season. Nobody gets to the free throw like that guy, especially a rookie, Halliburton said. In training camps, I was like, you're not going to get to the free throw line as much as you think, when he was complaining for calls. But he gets there. All I have to do is get him the ball and let him do the rest. But it's not just Mathurin's ability to get to the line that makes him impactful. His three-point shooting is part of the reason the Pacers rank 8th in the league in three-point percentage. While the last month hasn't been kind to Mathurin's percentage from downtown, as he's making just 22.5%, he's already shown this season that he can be deadly from deep. In his first 20 games, Mathurin was connecting on 41.7% of his threes. So while he's in a bit of a shooting slump at the moment, he's bound to bounce back and land somewhere in the middle of those averages. Number 1, Paolo Banchero, Orlando Magic. It took one game in the NBA for Banchero to prove that he was going to be a special player. The rookie dropped 27 points in his NBA debut, which was the highest point total by a number 1 pick in their first NBA game since Allen Iverson in 1996. That performance also made him the 3rd number 1 overall pick since 1969 to post 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, joining LeBron James and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That was just Game 1. Since then, Banchero's more than lived up to his draft selection. And don't let the recent dip in his efficiency fool you. Banchero is still leading the pack amongst the rookies. After missing 7 games in November due to a sprained ankle, the rookie helped the Magic go on a 6-game winning streak in early December, which included wins over the Boston Celtics twice, Los Angeles Clippers, and Atlanta Hawks. During that span, Banchero's averaged 22.8 points, 6.7 rebounds, 4.2 assists, and shot 44.3% from the field and 46.7% from three-point range. His combination of shot creation away from the basket, His ability to use his size to get points at the rim and his high IQ as a passer make him a dangerous and versatile threat. It's not every day we see a 6'10" guy take defenders off the dribble consistently like this, especially a rookie. But it's not just Banchero's ability to get to the rim pretty much at will that stands out. It's his knack for also getting to the free throw line at a high rate that puts him in rarefied air. Banchero's 7.9 free throw attempts per game put him 6th all-time amongst rookies since the NBA-ABA merger. The 5 guys ahead of him have Rookie of the Year honors, multiple MVPs, and All-Star selections, and 4 were enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. So yeah, pretty exclusive list to be a part of. Banchero's ability to get to the free throw line is a testament to his IQ, knowing how to draw contact, and more importantly, sinking the shots when he does get there. He's shooting 75.5% from the charity stripe, a fine mark, but he'll need to get that higher as he continues in the league if he plans on getting to the line often. The Magic fooled everyone when they took Banchero over Jabari Smith Jr., who many expected them to choose, and so far it's paying off. At the halfway mark of the season, Banchero is leading the way for Rookie of the Year, but with over 40 games left to be played, there's still time for another player on this list to try and overtake his spot.